Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom, where it's potentially time. What do I mean by potentially time? Well, we're gonna go ahead and go up here. We're gonna try to pull for Eternal Sugar Cookie. We have 11,000 of these Light of Sloths, and that could give us a possible chance to pull for Eternal Sugar. Now, granted, I think what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to pull 12 times, because if we just pull 50 times, i.e. we do 10 pulls, then we can actually get a bonus 1,000, so that gets us to 12,000. And this is all by just, mission completing and like doing whatever I can just to make sure I get all these lights and stuff and just do good in these missions. Because I want that Eternal Sugar Cookie, and I don't want to, like, skimp on any of the stops to get her. So, before I just do that, because this is going to be... It's definitely going to be a gacha-filled video, which I'm pretty sure there's another video I want to do, which I literally only remembered now, and it's the fact that there's bonus treasures, which I need to try and pull for. But, with that being said, I'm going to be seeing if I can read comments in the video, fighting a slimy beast in the Agarm Slime Crisis, because, apparently, the Agarm Slime Crisis and the Agar Slime Raid are two completely separate different things, so just want you to know. But anyway, there are a bunch of comments here, but if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read live videos, then feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. And of course, I'm going to be responding to all the comments that you just randomly leave, or the response to the comment questions. And, like, for example, there's one from Truthless Clue saying, in response to the question of the day, I did once have a plush I carried everywhere. It was very special to me because it was from my grandma who died shortly after giving it to me. One day, I lost it at the train. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to, start this video on such a dark note, but I want you to know I'm really sorry that you ended up losing that plush. The best thing that I can just, tell you to do is, at the very least, you still have the memories that you and your grandma shared. And I understand that, maybe your grandma gave you something else that you have, which is a keepsake. And at the very least, you share those memories with her. And, well, you spent all the time that you could with her. And you are not being blamed for that at all. In fact, proud of you for still making this far in life, because you're going to go through hardships, turmoil, and all that stuff. But I know for a fact, with people like you, and people like me, and people like the content, people like the content? What? But the people watching this content, you all have strong hearts, you have strong wills, you have strong souls, and I know you can power through this stuff because you are hard-willed. And that's what we can all truly appreciate in life. Anyway, just to get another comment, there is kind of a long one saying, from its Caitlin Gacha saying, question of the day, my childhood toy was a My Little Pony thing. By the way, question for you, I almost said Hype Cookie, HyperHimes. Do you have a favorite cartoon, a character in Cookie Run Kingdom? If you do, who's your favorite? Also, I have a tip for you. If you press on the filter button, it will show you the elements and how you can filter what element you want to use. By the way, Eternal Sugar Soul Stones? Useful? Already got 2, but I think I know what you're talking about, and that will have some use of me. But if you want to know my favorite Kingdom Cookie, I've said this many times before, but it's this one, not Eternal Sugar. I was trying to point to the Custard Cookie the Third soul cores, but it is genuinely Custard Cookie the Third. If it's specifically Kingdom, it's Custard Cookie the Third. That's just me. But another comment does come from Hawktook. We say, you really don't need healing or defense in this game mode, you just want as much damage as possible. You don't need cookies of just one element because there's so great buffers and damage dealers that have elements reach over 1 billion damage. If you know which cookies work good together, most of them are epics because most older or higher rarity ones do less than most newer cookies. Yeah, that makes sense. More newer cookies who are even of the epic class can usually rank above older legendaries. I'm pretty sure some examples are Sea Fairy and Moonlight. So just use newer cookies and you should be good. The only time when someone like Sea Fairy and Moonlight would be optimal again is when they had their crystal jams added. But the thing is, that wasn't really that much. I'm not even joking. It was just hey, bam. Guess what? You got a bit of a damage upgrade. Alright. Enjoy the next 3 months, because that's the only time when you're going to be optimal once again. I feel like some cookies were more optimal, specifically legendaries, they were more optimal when they were just released and without the crystal jam. Though I guess it's a good thing that they don't release the crystal jam alongside the cookie, because if they did, well, let's be honest, they'd just be only flavor of the next 3 months. And that's basically about it, especially until the story revolving around them ends. But, yeah, what can you do? The Kingdom Effect. Anywho, more Prophet Cookie Soul Stones, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Darty also left a comment saying, I was here at 251 views. Well, shoutouts to you. Proud that you even view the comment. And also, Stickman S left a comment saying, question of the day, Shopkins. I missed them. Shopkins? That sounds familiar. I feel like I know who Shopkins is. Is that a brand of something? Well, I could be thinking of something else, because that does sound really, really familiar. But I do apologize that you missed them, but hey, you're still here, and you're growing stronger, you're growing older, and you're growing wiser. So far, I haven't even pulled a single epic cookie, which is shocking, but to be fair, I'm not even halfway through the polls yet, so I am expected to maybe get at least something, like anything. If you're wondering what the probability is for getting her, it's basically doing a 10 poll, it's only a 3% chance. So, am I correct on that? Yeah, it's only a 3% chance, and basically every single poll, I have a 10% chance to get the soul stones, but yeesh. Realistically, I literally have less chance of getting any epic cookies, but it doesn't matter with that effect, because guess what? Quantity will overpower quality in this one. I will tell you that for some fact. Because, sure, Eternal Sugar is very high in quality, but the quantity-wise of all the epic cookies and everything else that you can pull for, too much to bear. Unless if we just get Eternal Sugar right now. I was about to say, if it was Eternal Sugar, I would have just, like, left. But we do get, gold, like, what was it? Golden Osmanthus? Which I think has one of the most beautiful themes. One of the most beautiful gacha themes of all time. Genuinely love her existence. Wait, hold on, we got another? It's another epic? And that's the flipping, the evil one. Why am I forgetting the name? It's not Wedding Cake, right? No, it's Black Forest. I knew it was Black something, I just forgot, like, you know, what black it was. There's so many cookies with the first term black in here, so it's kind of hard to remember them all. But, what, well, of course when I happen to say, like, man, I didn't even get a single epic cookie, now it throws me 2 epic cookies in one poll. Could you imagine if it's like, oh, let's throw him another. Let's see how much we can give him just to really, like, spice up the video a bit, just a little bit. But I guess they're still fair cookies to get because, you know, I don't have them at max promotion, so they're always good and nice to get, which is why it's also helpful to do this, because you're basically completing all these missions get you, like, free gacha pulls, and also pulling for the ordinary cookies, like commons and rares, they still get you mileage, which is it's definitely going to help you when you want to try and get things like, you know, other soul stones for certain cookies. But we did get back-to-back cookies, which I just love how they both look really elegant, but their styles couldn't be any more different from each other. But I'll still take that. That's still a pretty good pull. Anyway, just to get another comment out of the way, there's one from Draco saying, the thing is with this raid boss, it depends on the amount of cookies of a certain element on your team. Not just water, but any element can be boosted. For example, if you have a team full of dark cookies, the dark element will be boosted against the boss. Agar has quotes for each elemental if you put them on the same team. Also, I absolutely agree with Churro, because he would be really cool in Kingdom with Millennial Tree. He's genuinely so underrated, and I love him very much. I think Churro, definitely, I do agree with that. Churro is probably one of the more underrated story-like cookies. Anyway, dang, it's another epic. But it is, well, I think it's pastry cookie. Which is weird, because we literally just got Black Forest. So we're getting basically the whole same pastry order over here. Which, by the way, I think I can now fully promote you. I guess that's not too bad. At least, to be fair, in comparison to, like, when I pull for, like, Fire Spirit, the epic cookie luck here is insane, considering I just got 2 back-to-back epic cookies, and now I got another epic cookie in the immediate pull after. So, I guess the luck isn't all too bad here. And also, at least I'm getting a decent amount of the soul cores, but now we can get a bonus 1,000 of these. And after the next pull, we should legitimately be halfway through these pulls, so, we will see if we pull for the one and only Eternal Sugar Cookie. Because all these epics are really good. But that Eternal Sugar is still out there somewhere. And I know she's just dying to make me happy. Maybe if I go ahead and rant about how bad my day was, maybe I can go ahead and, like, drag her out. Maybe I'll do that for the next poll, just to strategize it. But quickly, Sonic Gamer left a comment saying, I almost got 1 billion points with my fire team. I guess it makes sense because Fire Spirit, like, especially released after that time, was so busted and overpowered. Like, seriously, Fire Spirit was just broken. Anyway, Scene Kid is trying to put some brain rot in my chat and doesn't want me to explode, so... Hey, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm not gonna blow up. I don't think. Is there a human condition where people just randomly blow up? There might be, but, I don't think I want to think about that right now, because knowing my luck, I'd have that happen to me. Anyway, sorry about that, you didn't see anything. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the complaint strategy. Maybe Eternal Sugar needs to hear about, like, my bad days recently, because, you know, maybe that'll drag her out. Alright, listen up. So basically, I basically had a terrible time. There's no, I didn't even start yet. Okay, no, it's an epic. Okay. I was about to, wait, but that's Pavlova. I'm not looking for the assistant. I'm looking for the big woman. I'm looking for Eternal Sugar herself. Alright, Pavlova, you better listen good. Considering you're here right now, I want you to send a message to Eternal Sugar right now. Okay, I want you to know I'm basically having some complaints, like in life. Basically, I had to do a lot of sort of works. I had to move a lot of boxes today. I may or may not have stayed up past like 24 hours because I was too stressed about doing certain things. Hung out with a friend, but that got me like, you know, it was pretty fun, but let me be honest, it got me no chance to do any sort of content making. I ended up making like 3 videos, but I wanted to make more, but then I also had to stay up just to go to a chiropractic therapy thing. And let me tell you, that was stressful enough. Aw, oh, dang it. I thought that was really gonna work. But that is milk, I think. Yes? Yeah, it was milk. Which, to be fair, I guess it's someone else who can help my troubles, but, yeah, that's not the person I was expecting to send. Anyway, something, you know, had a bad day, you know, had trouble sleeping, thought someone was going to come in today, but guess what, they didn't end up coming in, so I just want you to know, maybe if you could, like, you know, give me some sort of a happiness, like some sort of a measure, it'd be nice, you know, just give me some sort of a pleasure, you know, something to, just give me a little bit of a cheer up. I mean, to be fair, impressive how it gave me Pavlova, and also, again, 2 milk cookies, like, so far, this is the most amount of epic cookies I pulled in a while. Like, seriously, if we look over the gacha history, look, epic, 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 epic. Yeah, sure, the first couple pulls weren't really too good, but let's be honest, it's still giving me some good stuff, like good quality stuff. Man, that's taking me back to the very depressing time where I upgraded Milk Cookie and everyone told me that it was a bad move to do that. I think it was Milk Cookie's Magic Candy or something, and everyone was just like, you suck at this game, why the fuck did you do that? You're just wasting materials. And then I got really depressed from that, like, seriously. And is that a ploy to try and drag Eternal Sugar Cookie out? Maybe? I don't know. All I know is like it just made me sad. It just kind of reminded me of those times. And my gosh, did I have such a weak will back then. I still do sometimes. Anyway, also Shafir Ragonostikov says, hey HyperHimes, if you were a Beast Cookie, what would your sin be? I don't know, plumbing... Well, if I was an ancient, I'd say my power would be creativity. So if I was a sin, I'd probably just say, ironically enough, no jokes intended here, but burnout. Just, you know, the concept of like, you know, you're a failure. Can't do anything. You just give up on it all. Because you can't do... You're not going good enough. You're not going hard enough. You should do better, you idiot. Anyway, that would be the best way how I'd describe it. And also, Double G Fernandez says, the team that got me the most was the Ice team, plus Linzer and Ninja. I don't even think they share all the elements, but I mean, if they do end up working out for you, I guess, like, you know, hey, more power to you. And also, if I do another one of these polls, where, and by that I mean another one of these videos where I try polling for Eternal Sugar Cookie, I'm going to make sure I get 13,000, because that'll make sure that I can guarantee get Eternal Sugar Cookie from the 2,000, like, well, not 2,000, but like the 250 polls in total. Because you can see here, after I get through this poll, unless if Eternal Sugar just decides to show her face right here and now. Oh my gosh.
Welcome. Welcome to my garden of sloth. I'll make you a happy cookie forever.
Never mind. Yeah. All I had to do was just say, like, you know, unless if Eternal Sugar is just willing to like, pop up right here and now. She does. You know what? All that complaining paid off. All it took was just her sending her little advocate and also someone else who would heal my wounds that's not even associated with BCs. But you know what? She came and we got her. The Middle Bomber Eternal Sugar Cookie. With a beautiful lyre and all. Ooh, I cannot wait to use you. Ooh, you're definitely gonna be one to really use. Like, 5 epics and a beast in one video. That is probably one of the best gacha pulls I've ever had. Like, at least in regards to the whole entire event. And I'm not even done yet. Yeah, I know I still have a, like, you know, I know I did get Eternal Sugar Cookie. But I'm still going to do the 3,000 other polls because if we can get any more of her, that'd be cool. But we now got it from the gacha. Oh. Of course, the moment where I was like, you know, unless Eternal Sugar just happens to like come out right here now. And guess what? She does. She just really wanted me to prove me. Man, Eternal Sugar Cookie's one to just play games. She's just one to like play a bunch of random games with all of her like, you know, servants and people who's within that beastie's place. You know, Garden of Sweet Delights. But, not gonna fall for that trickery, but I will admit, since she did come over here, I'm not gonna, like, turn my nose over her. Or, like, turn my nose against her or something like that. Whatever the plumbing term is, I don't know. But, she is plumbing here, and we're just gonna do these last 3 polls because, my gosh, that is incredible. That would have been insane. No, what do you mean, it was insane. Anyway, a question from Leonardo Gio, just to like try and calm myself down. You say, question of the day, I have a stuffed parrot toy that I love very much. His name is Gerard. Gerard's a cool name for a parrot. Gotta give you credit for that. Gerard is just a solid name. And also, we can get some bomber things here, pretty good. And also, another comment from Legend Deli says, question of the day, lol dolls, I guess. Also, Hyper, what do you think about the Eternal Sugar Hollyberry Awakened update? Are you excited? From what I see from the update right now, I'm actually very excited. It does have a really unique story, especially since it's such a big turn from how the BC stories have been in the past. But ever since, once the hype for this dies down, I'm going to be so hype for the Silent Soul update and see how that manages for White Lily, because she's probably having the most frail mentality of all. Silent Soul is going to be ruthless. Like, I can only imagine how that's going to go. But, sheesh, and considering how Hollyberry has the strongest mentality, I would personally admit, then, of course it makes sense how Eternal Sugar has to go about this differently and be, like, you know, super sweet. But I'm very curious as to how Eternal Sugar, within, I think it's episode 10? Okay, are we that far in the... Yeah, because it's, like, Millennial Tree stuff, Mystic Flower, Burning Spice, Shadow Milk, and then 9 and 10 is going to be Eternal Sugar. So I'm curious on how she's going to work in episode 10, but I'm also curious how she's going to work in battle, because I've literally seen not a single thing about her. I've never seen anyone just, like, go ahead and use her. I've never seen her literally used in, like, guild teams. Like, not guild teams or, like, you know, arena teams, which I'm praying that means... I'm praying that means, like, not many people have gotten her, and that doesn't mean that she's bad. Because if she's bad, I'm going to be so disappointed. Like, I'm going to be extremely disappointed that this is going to be one of the more bad beast cookies. Like, come on. I worked this hard to get you, and you treat me like this? Anyway, there's only one more poll that we can do. So, we'll go ahead and do this. And, by the way, I always skip the animations at the beginning just so I don't get spoiled. Because, you know, I like keeping it a surprise. Anyway, Mortem left a comment saying, question of the day, the plushie of some stoat, or how my view of them changed with Inscription. Yeesh. I heard Inscription was a great game. I do want to check out that game sometime. I just don't know how... Probably in your local club video, because that game does make me curious. And also, Shafir Aganosik says, hey, HyperHimes, do you think the Beast Cookies just need a second chance, or maybe a bit of therapy? See, here's the thing. As much as I want to give them a second chance, technically, can't they not be redeemed because the good portions of them are in the Ancient, while the bad portion of them are in the Beasts? So, I'm not sure if there is a chance for redeem. Shadow Milk seemed like the most likely, because at the end of the story, we saw his, like, will breaking when Piovanola referred to him as a friend, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it works out, because for others like, you know, Silent Salt and Burning Spice, yeah, good plumbing luck. Good plumbing luck trying to change how they feel. Anyway, that's all for this video. We ended up getting Eternal Sugar plus a good amount of epic cookies. Like, seriously, look at that. Just, like, where? Bam. The last 3 posts were literally, like, meaningless. We didn't get anything out of super noteworthy. But Beast, and then Epic, 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 Epic. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 Beast cookie. That is probably one of the best, like, gacha videos I've done in a while. Probably not, like, the best single-handed gacha pull video I've done, but, like, let me tell you, in a while, that is some good luck. I'm super happy that I managed to get Eternal Sugar finally. But anyways, with that being said, I will probably still, like, you know, try and get the guaranteed Eternal Sugar, because, you know, she's for free, so why the pleb not? As long as you just do enough missions for her, then why the pleb not? But anyway, with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my kick around content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future, and also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post. If it gets 10,000 likes, I get the kick around YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise, you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi, where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.